Hi there. Welcome back to Sending Ravens. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. All kinds of crazy shenanigans going on all over the world. In particular, in Eastern Canada again, it's like a hot spot for this movie playing itself out. Doug Ford's latest big rant he goes on, okay, telling people in Eastern Canada how they're going to go target, and I think they even use the word target, certain areas and literally go in places and drag people out to be, you know what I'm talking about, right? So that's the latest thing Doug Ford's saying. Okay, so he's literally gone crazy, like literally, or yeah, he's a big part of this movie. And whenever I look at it, he's a big part of the movie, right? So I'm not going to look at it again because we know that that's a movie playing itself. But things must be really heating up, or they're really putting the pressure on. Because then in really Eastern Canada, so the East Coast of Canada, somebody's keeping me updated on that. We've hardly talked about that, this whole lockdown, or at least I've hardly talked about it. And sorry about that, East Coast of Canada, but they're doing like similar things. It's really heated up lately, and things are just got right out of hand. They're now testing everybody who's so what's that word they say when they're not showing any sort of illness at all? Okay, so I can't remember what, asymptomatic people. So they're now testing all of those people, you know, and making sure. So they're lining people up and encouraging them to be tested. All of this, to me, seems like just crazy making, and so obviously a really big movie. Okay, so we'll have a look at we'll look at the East Coast of Canada and see if the shenanigans there are relating to the movie as well, or did they just not get the memo that deep state dark cult agendas are off the table and have mostly fled off world? Did they not get the agenda? You lost, people. Anyway, yeah, we'll have a look at that. I have to be kind of extra careful not to, you know, I don't want to get any more videos taken off or whatever. So I'm going to be very cautious and nice to everybody. Try not to call anybody out too badly here, okay? Even though it's very tempting. Okay, so what else? Oh, and in my personal news, besides the fact that I had the best birthday weekend ever, and actually my entire week was just a birthday party. And I'm sure everybody's sick of hearing about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I am going to say thank you, everyone who contributed with energy, all the love I got in the comments. Oh my goodness. Like, I had enough outpouring of sweetness and kindness and love and gifts and like goodness, right? Just, oh, I got this actually quite a while ago. Well, actually, it came to me not too long ago, but it went to the wrong address. So if you're the person who, and I can't find who gave this to me, I can't find their email. So if you're the person who sent this beautiful, I finally got a chain for my birthday from my son to go with it. But if you're the person who gave me that, and this beautiful ring came with it, it was incredible. That was a Christmas present, but I got it about 2 weeks ago. So just saying. Yeah, I just really want to thank that person. Wow. Yeah, so I got just an incredible amount of love, and I'm so grateful. So it was such a great week. So I want to say thank you to everybody. And also, as far as the product, so I had a little chat on the phone with Sandra from the Beehive. And she's been waiting. There's a whole bunch of holdups with things that she makes her product with. So essential oils and etc. So she's had holdups, so she'll be a week late at least. So if you were hoping to get the products for Mother's Day for somebody, for the Canadian or US Mother's Day, that's likely not going to happen. So you might want to go to her website, which I'll have under this, so the Beehive website, because she has all kinds of beautiful things. Just won't have the label on it, the Sending Ravens label, because that's coming probably a week late for Mother's Day. Okay, so sorry about that news. And what else? Oh, JCK, I just gotta say, she put out this brilliant, it was called Truth and Lies, JCK, and it was about 3 videos ago. Now, just the other day she put out, and it was brilliant. She had a meeting, a 6.5-hour meeting with some insiders. She doesn't tell us who they were. And she basically confirms, and it felt and resonated so true to me, that everything we've been getting around the reset, the good one, the financial reset, the restructuring of, the world in a positive way, the fact that the baddies are off the planet. I've been getting that. I've been getting, we won, we're watching a movie, people have been telling us that since the beginning, and I'm thinking, yeah, the last few months, it's absolutely true. I've been getting that nonstop, and she just confirms everything. She says there's going to be one more big disaster, which is unfortunate, but these are big times, so things happen that aren't exactly how you want them. And if you need and want change, if the world needs and wants change, to change the dynamic of literally being a slave planet to an incredible new future, sometimes there's a few rough points. Okay, so I'm sorry if that offends some people that are too sensitive to hear things like that. Honestly, you're gonna have to toughen up. For what we heard about is actually going on right under our feet. Okay, we're gonna have to be aware of that, and don't be so sensitive that we can't even hear things like that. We're gonna have to thicken our skins and get a little more detached and create some philosophies that let us handle stuff like that, okay? Because going forward, in order to ensure and notice that things like that aren't happening again or are happening again, we're gonna need to be aware and not hiding from. There's good and evil, and both exist on the earth, on the earth plane, and both exist within people. So it's so important just to not shy away from things that are hard to hear. Like, this is, we're in a spiritual war. You're going to hear stuff you don't like. Okay, so everybody's just going to, we're going to have to thicken up, help our children deal with the way the world really is, not the way we've been taught it was, because it was a big, huge lie. Yep, so truth can be brutal, but it's absolutely beautiful and very refreshing, right? So yeah, everybody just get on board with truth like that, right? Just be okay with it, right? Be okay with it. Develop philosophies that let you see the big picture, without taking it personally. Like, we're having a human experience in a physical body, but we're eternal beings, okay? You're eternal. It's okay. If some people decided and agreed to leave here, they would have already done that before they even came onto the earth plane. It's been predestined. It's okay. It's part of the process. We're going to cleanse and then rebirth. We're literally in the dark night of the soul, spiritual leaving and then coming back in a different way. The human race is evolving, and that's a big thing, and that's beautiful. And we need to stay with the beauty of that. So go check JCK's video out, the one Truth and Lies. It's just literally brilliant. Literally, I couldn't believe it. It was so refreshing, just really good. And also the Patriot Street Fighter. So Scott McKay got on with Michael Jaco and David Rodriguez. That was a wonderful roundtable, just brilliant. And thank you so much, Michael Jaco, for actually calling out in a good way my reading skills. That was so honoring. You went so far in honoring psychics and readers all over the world. That was like so beautiful to hear from such an intelligent, very masculine male to actually honor that feminine knowledge, which is in everybody, including Michael Jaco. He's very in touch with that part of himself, yet at the same time, really, you know, all the good things that come with the sacred masculine. So I'm just thrilled that the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine are actually really taking a spotlight. Thank you. Thank you so much. All the truthers. There's so many wonderful, like, never mind all the little infighting. I'm not paying attention to any of it. Oh, this person's a bad person and this person's, you know, there's a lot of people doing amazing work, and some of it you might not like, or you know, it doesn't work with you. You know, it doesn't click. That's okay. Just move on. Move on to who you do like. Never mind. But don't try to convince others who to not like. You know what I mean? Yeah. We'll make our own minds up. Especially because I'm a Taurus ox. I'll definitely make my own mind up about it. Right? Okay, so let's have a look at just where does Eastern Canada sit right now? Because that's scary, and I'm so sorry I haven't talked about it at all, really. I don't remember ever talking about it. I've, of course, talked about Ontario and Montreal, absolutely. We've looked into that and Doug Ford's shenanigans. And remember, go back to some of those readings. I absolutely get that Doug Ford is literally working for the good guys, whether he likes it or not. He's a puppet, okay? So he might not even be who he really, like, he might be a double or something. Yeah, I'm not convinced any of those people are actually still, honestly, most governments have been taken over by the good guys. And I'm telling you, every time I look, that's what it says. And JCK's video just really confirmed that we're on the right track with all of that stuff. Yeah, I'm so excited for the future, really. And after watching that video, honestly, I felt so lifted. It did so much to lift me. So I can't imagine if we didn't have these wonderful people, you know, taking their time and energy to share their truth and help the whole planet, you know, move up to 5D. I mean, it's brilliant. This is a brilliant time to be alive. Okay, so let's have a look. We're looking at, this is a brand new deck, by the way. I went to Soul Food Books and picked up a beautiful gift that was gifted to me for my birthday. You know who you are, gifted it to me. It was absolutely magical. But while I was there, I picked up a brand new deck because you got to have your tools sharp, right? The other ones were getting a little, like, hard to shuffle and stuff. Okay, so what do we got here? Okay. Okay, people. The good guys won already. Okay, same thing. This is a unique tactic that the good guys are using to wake people up. They're trying to make these politicians do such absurd things and in your face that you stand up and you rally and you say no more. Just like Ontario did, you know, the last time Doug Ford opened his mouth and just absolute delirium came out of it, right? When he was stopping and frisking everybody or trying to get the police force to do that. And they said no. And the whole of Ontario showed up at a huge rally that was like thousands and thousands of people. And it was brilliant. And Eastern Canada, you're going to have to do the same thing. You're going to have to just peace rally and love everybody into some awareness with, you know, the kind of rally I was at actually on Sunday. It was small, but it was absolutely, the energy was so beautiful and loving. Right here in Calgary. Yeah. And apparently they have one of those every Sunday. Somehow I missed that. Probably people told me, but somehow I missed it. And an old friend, an old school friend actually, you know, woke me up to the fact that, yeah, they have these every Sunday. So I went out and I'm going to show up every Sunday if I can. It was absolutely brilliant. Anyway, and that's what they got to do in Eastern Canada. This is all a movie, people. This is a movie. So whatever your politicians are saying, they are puppets at this point. And call them out on it. Call them out on it. It's illegal what they're doing. It's illegal to force people, and in particular children, to wear these things over our faces. It is, you are blocking people's fresh air. It is absurd. It's most in particular absurd to wear in the fresh air. I just can't fathom why they're not even required to here, and they're still doing it. Like, what kind of, yeah, okay, never mind. I'm not going to get too animated about that in case the algorithms you know, don't like it. So yeah, Eastern Canada, honestly, just rise up. Absolutely. Far east, like the coast, eastern coast of Canada. Yeah, you're going to need to do what Ontario did. Take a lesson from Ontario. Let's have a quick look at if we're still on that timeline that looked like about mid-June for this all, like just doing an about face and this silliness and lockdowns and stuff. All of a sudden, everybody's, even if it's because of something that shakes everybody up, is that still the timeline where that all gets put by the wayside and we can move away from all of these ridiculous measures, and that part of the movie's over? Let's see if we're still on that, on for that, because that's so important. It's so necessary that we need that. We need that lift, you know, as a human race all over the world. So far, slowly but surely, as people wake up. So the death card is slowly but surely you get somewhere. That's literally the dark night of the soul card, right? Where everything's changing slowly but surely, right? And it's painful. And it is painful. And it's been very stressful. There's been a lot of stress, like so many reports about all of the sort of effects of the, you know what, the cure. Okay, and what, like, you're hearing as scary things about that as you were originally hearing from the bad guys about the illness itself. Okay, I gotta say, every time I look at that, take that down a lot of notches. Okay, that is not, it is not, I get it, I get what they're doing. Okay, so both sides are using these scare tactics, and I'm thinking the anti, you know, cure people, we'll just call it that. We know it's not a cure, by the way, but the anti-cure people are doing the same thing and jumping on board and jumping on the bandwagon a little bit with all of their agenda, which is, by the way, you could even count me as one of those, because I don't believe in any cures. For your body knows exactly how to handle that thing, you know, that goes around every year. Okay, and this is just another diversion of it, or a version of it, okay? This one's been manipulated a little bit, and there's some hot pockets. There's what I figure is, so the things that are going on in various different countries where you'll see a big flare-up, okay? A lot of it's manipulated, by the way. A lot of the things that were coming out of India were actually photographs of a huge gas leak, okay? And also, don't forget that Hindus take care of their passed on people in ritual burning, okay? And they've been doing that since the beginning of time, okay? So a lot of those pictures that you think, oh, they have so many passed over peoples from this that they have to, you know, have these big bonfires. Guess what? They do that for their passed over people. That's what they do. Okay, that's part of the culture. So what you're seeing is a lot largely manipulated by the mainstream media. So don't get fooled by those India reports, okay? Some stuff's going on, little hot spots here and there. Okay, that's what they do. They get planted these little hot spots, okay? And I believe that's also what they did with the cure. They've got little pockets of bad, we could say batches, okay, that create some issues. And then the stories go around, and all of a sudden it's like zillions of people are going to, you know, have these problems. Not what I get. Okay, I haven't been getting that, and I've looked at it at least 3 times. So I'm not buying the fear. Let's step away from the fear. Go watch JCK's video. Seriously, she really helps with that and says, let's start planning our future and how good it's going to be. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're still stuck in this, you know, Pandora's box of silliness and fakery. It's exactly what it feels like. Yeah. Okay. So we're still stuck. So they're working on it. They're working on it. I'm thinking like by the 17th of June, maybe. I don't know why, but I just get a 17th. So it's absolutely still on board. Some situation's going to take all of our attention away. Okay. And also around that time, we could have a passing over of a very famous woman. Okay. Who's really well known. I wonder if we're talking about somebody from the royal family. You know what I'm talking about? Because I was getting 2 months after Philip was officially said to have gone. Could she be leaving us? Or so they'll say. You know what I say about that, right? You know, go check my past videos on the royals. Okay, you'll know what I'm thinking about that. So it feels like there's a few different times that some big incident's going to happen that takes everybody's attention away. So the cure issues around that and issues and fears around the illness itself, that literally gets dropped like a hot potato. And then we move over to a whole different sort of vibration and timeline. And it's because of other things that take our attention. So it's not being super specific about what those things are, but one of them might be the passing over of somebody, a really famous person, really known person. Huh, interesting. Wow. So I guess because it's being a little elusive, I'm not going to pry too much. I'm going to just say, go watch JCK's. And honestly, she didn't tell me to do this. She probably doesn't even know I'm pumping her videos so much, but literally it helped me so much and it made so much sense. And I just felt how true it was. You know, when an intuitive person hears a truth, this is what I've been like my whole life. When I hear the truth, I just know it's true. So I'm just so appreciative of everybody putting out good work like that. And if I'm helping anybody to know their truth, then I'm really happy to be doing that too. Thank you so much for watching my video. And do like, share, and subscribe. For sure, double check if you're subscribed to Tarot by Janine, or so Sending Ravens with Tarot by Janine. Because if you're subscribed with Tarot by Janine, it doesn't automatically subscribe you to this channel.